Okay guys, so this is what we are doing. It's an off-shoulder A-line dress with an off-shoulder bishop sleeve, and then with black emphasis on it. So we are going to use the fabric on the table, and then a little black fabric for the belt, and then the mouth of the bishop sleeve. So this is it. So this is what we are doing. Okay, so with such styles, we will need 3 yards of print. We are going to use 1 yard for the front, 1 yard for the back, and then 1 yard for the sleeves. Then we get black swatches for the rest of the parts. So this is what we will do. Since it's an A line, we are going to slant our fabric the 1 yard. We are going to slant our fabric. So this way. So this is how much we are going to slant it. When we slant it more, it's going to eat into the other piece. Then from here, we would have a vein at the hem. We don't need a vein, so we are going to round it. To round it, I'll go up like 1.5 here, and then curve down, and then straighten this part. So after having my hem worked out, I'm going to take my dress length. So we have a dress length of 36. I'm adding 1 inch hem allowance. Then to get our shoulder line. From there, I'm going to locate where my bust line is. To locate the bust line, I'm going to divide the shoulder to waist into 2 to locate the bust line. Her shoulder to waist is 16, so her bust line will be 8 inches. Then across back will be shoulder to bust divided by 2, so 4 inches. After marking this, looking at our picture, we know it's an off-shoulder dress, so I'm going to cancel the shoulder off. So these are the lines I'll need. I'll need the cross back line and then the bust line. On the cross back line, there's a little goddess in it. So her usual across back measurement is 16.5, making 8.25. I'm not going to plot exactly 8.25 because there is fullness at the cross back area. So I'm going to extend this line and then add whatever ease I want to add. So I'm adding like 6 inches to it. And then curve to the bust line. That is all. So I'm going to cut here, cut to this side, and then cut here, and then cut down. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. So we are going to gather a little to have exactly the across back measurement. So it's time to cut the back. So the back too, we do the same thing. Since this side is big, I am going to turn my A line this way. And then place the front on it. and then cut through. So now let's cut the sleeve. So this is what is left for the sleeve. I am going to cut both sleeves at the same time. So I'll trim this portion off. And then divide this into two, so that I can get both sleeves. Then since it's also an A-line or a bishop sleeve, we have to slant our sleeve this way and then mark a straight line here. Her half armpit to armpit is 4.5. So this is half armpit to armpit, but that one too we need to gather. So I'm adding ease to it and then draw my armhole. But then this time around, the armhole here has to be equal to the armhole here. So you can just place this armhole here to get the exact armhole measurement. And then you trace. Curve the hem to avoid any vein at the center, or you reshape. So that is all we have to do. We are going to gather here and gather here. So we are coming to stitch. To stitch, open the one of the either front or back A-line piece. Then attach the right side of the sleeve. This is our sleeve. So attach the right side of the armhole to the right side of one side of the bigger piece and pin. So we are going to stitch the armholes, all the armholes. After that, open up and then add your bigger piece. So we are just joining the sleeves to the armholes. Then we do same here. So as you can see, this is the sleeve. This is the sleeve and this is the body. The front and back body, and then this is the sleeve. So we are doing the same thing to the other side. So right side of the sleeve and then right side of the either front or back piece together. And then we pin only the armhole. Then we do the same thing to the other side. Just the armhole. So after doing this, we are going to have a round or big across back area. So we are going to stitch all the 4 armholes and then we continue. Okay, so we are done with the stitching of the armhole. So we have something like this. So we have to take this measurement and then cut our black fabric. And then we are using lace in place of the black fabric. So we measure all round, whatever we get, then we cut our lace like this. So on the fold I had 43. So 43 times 2 is 86. 86. So this is what we did. This is we've cut a strip of black lace on 1.5 on fold by 87. After having our 87, we join by 1/2 inch to get a circular band, just like our neckline. So after that, we are going to place the right side of the band on any part of the right side of the main fabric and then pin. So we are going to pin all round and then stitch half an inch along this side, half an inch, half an inch, half an inch. But we are going to leave a small space here where our elastic band is going to pass through. So on the sleeve part too, we are going to use the same 1.5 unfold on the right side of the sleeve, and then we pin. So we'll pin all through and then stitch along the hem half an inch. We are going to pass elastic through it. So we do the same thing to the left and then the same thing to the right. So after joining your laces, you can then go ahead and then join your half an inch seam allowance from somewhere here. We are going to insert the elastic here. So you can either insert the elastic before you join straight from here to the hem, or you can start from here, then you stitch the side seam to the hem here. Then this is what we had after stitching our band all around. So let's insert our elastic. So we are going to pull to the desired size that we want. Then we pin together. So this is what we want. So you do same to the other side. You do same to the other sleeve. Then we stitch along. Then whilst sewing your lace, you have to leave a smaller space to pass through your elastic in that casing. So I'm looking for that small space that we left. Okay. So this is it. So I'm going to repeat the same thing I did to the band all around to bring our fullness in the dress. Okay, so our dress is ready. This is the sleeve. This is this part of the body. So it's time to fix our belt. So we want to cut a reasonable length, probably twice the waist measurement of the client. Her waist is 36, so I am going to cut in 36 times 2, 72. So I'm going to manage this fabric and then cut a long belt.